Alright everybody, for all you shade tree mechanics out there, and maybe even you pro guys, this is my 96 Corolla 1.8 liter. I'm in Hawaii, so obviously you can see not too much shade here, but this is a tutorial on bench bleeding a master cylinder while it is on the vehicle. I didn't think it was a good idea to try to do it on the bench per se and then end up getting brake fluid all over the engine compartment when I'm trying to put it back in. So voila, light bulb went off and I figured out a way to do it just like this. You can see here the setup I got, and hopefully it's not too bright for you guys, but you'll get the idea. Clear plastic tubing. You can get one of those, I think they're Dorman Help master cylinder brake bleeder kits with black tubing. So with black tubing you can obviously not see all the air that you're trying to pull out of here. So this way, with the clear tubing, and here in Hawaii, for some reason the auto parts stores didn't have the kit I was looking for, I came up with a way to do it just like this. Now you can see here, that's the rubber fitting that the master cylinder comes with. You know, plug in the brake line holes. And I just got some clear tubing that fit right in the center of those plugs there. If you can see, get a better angle, maybe some sunshine in there for you guys out there on the freezing cloudy mainland right here. We're about 85 degrees, December 31st. Happy New Year, everybody. But you can see what I got there. All I did was cut the backside of those shipping caps that go into the cylinder ports. And you can see I got my rag down in there to catch any fluid. But this way, what you do is you go ahead and bolt your cylinder on, or fasten it on to the brake booster, and then you run your plastic lines like that. First of all, what you want to do is cut the tips off of the caps, the shipping caps, or you could call it dirt protectors, whatever. And then you put it into the master cylinder and then slip your hose in, because if you put the hose in first, it's not going to go into the port. Then I just use some clothespins there. And I've got my plastic hoses going deep enough in there to make sure that I'm not pulling air back into the ports. I'll try to get the other side here. If you can see that, you see down there, pardon the lack of clarity here because I'm doing this with my phone, but I just thought it was not such a good idea to so-called bench bleed it out on the bench, and then you're dumping brake fluid everywhere when you're putting this thing back in the car. After you get all that air bled out of that master cylinder, you're gonna have to figure out your own way to try to undo these lines without getting brake fluid everywhere. But I'm sure you guys out there that are even attempting a job like this, you got some mechanical inclination and you can probably figure out how to keep brake fluid from going all over the place. But you get the gist of the idea here without getting brake fluid all over the place because you decided to bleed it on the bench. All I'm going to do is unhook these hoses, get that last little bit of air out of there. You can see the bubbles in the lines. I'm going to try to get that last tiny bit out. That's probably inconsequential, but I'm going to at least try to get the rest of it out of there. And from there, disconnect those clear hoses and try not to get brake fluid everywhere, which I'm going to figure that out here in about 5 minutes after I finish this video. And then proceed. What you got to do is then you're going to loosen those mounting nuts back up down in there that hold the cylinder onto the booster. There you go. There we go. We're going to loosen those mounting nuts back up a little bit so we don't cross thread the lines into the ports. That's what we do not want to do. So as you loosen these up, you can finagle this master cylinder a little bit and hand tighten your lines here. Once you get your lines back into the ports, you're going to hand tighten them slowly, go as far as you can go. And then, of course, use your flare wrench. It's a 10 millimeter on this. Make sure you use that flare wrench. Don't even mess around with anything else because it's just not worth it. Anyway, yeah, I think you guys probably get the most of the idea here of what I did. And then that way, you're not getting brake fluid all over your bench and all over yourself, and you're not getting it all over the engine compartment when you go to put this thing back in. Hope that helps, guys. Good luck out there. 96 Corolla 1.8. Peace.